Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is Friday, and what a Friday it has already started out to be. And yeah, I just got booted from the Reef. Well, it is Friday. Zur is back. He's not in the tower. He's in the Reef. He's got some mid stuff. I mean, if you don't have the stuff he has, you need it. If you do, you're good. One of them you definitely need if you don't have. Anyway, that aside, as I'm trying to get back into the tower, because my god, seriously, comment down below. Am I the only one who has noticed it is really hard to get into the social spaces? The Reef and the tower. Constantly getting thrown out. Constantly. I want to know down below, let me know, because I've never had this problem so much, except in the last couple of weeks. My understanding is at one point... My understanding is recently there was a problem with Destiny 2 and getting into the game, and people on PlayStation were having problems playing Destiny 2. And it wasn't Xbox, it was PlayStation, and they supposedly fixed it. But maybe they didn't realize it was affecting Destiny 1 as well. I don't know, but I have never had to the point where there are times now Destiny 1 is unplayable, at least to go to the tower. The interesting thing is, this doesn't happen in, like, gaming, like game stuff. So, like, Nightfalls, Challenge of the Elders. I've never been booted recently from Challenge of the Elders or Nightfall. I've only been booted from the Reef and primarily the tower. So, I don't know, I'm getting really fed up with this whole thing because games should work, old or not. You're selling it. It's available to people. See what I mean? You should be able to play it. Anyway, the usual reminder, this is Destiny 1. Obviously, you can see the solar system here. I remember some of the few, so if I have to, I'll go by memory, because I did manage to locate him. But this is Destiny 1, the usual reminder. You have 48 hours to locate Zur. Zur arrives on Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he departs on Sunday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the East Coast, New York, down to Florida, East Coast, okay? New Jersey, you name it. He's in the Reef. He's only in one location in the Reef. If I manage to get there, I'll show you. It doesn't happen very often because you cannot immediately go to the Reef. To go to where Zur is located in the Reef, you turn to the right and you head over here. And the game is going to boot me because he's gone. One way you know you're going to get booted is the NPCs do not load. So, the two weapons I do remember that were, God damn it, Bungie. I look, I have no patience with this nonsense. Okay? Now, let me be absolutely clear. I don't care what your identity is. Don't boast to me that you're hiring people based on DEI. I don't care. Okay? I want your game to work. And I've said this before at Bungie. You can tell me that you don't have a single Muslim working for you, but your game works 100%. Don't care. Perfectly fine. You can have a company of all white gay dudes. As long as your game works, I'm good. Alright? I don't care. You can have a company made up entirely of cats that somehow managed to develop a game and it works, I'm good. But this should not be happening. And you can tell me, cat, it's an old game. It doesn't matter. If it's being sold and you haven't announced a close date, it should work. That's it. You sell it, even if it's now only $20. You sell this product, people buy it, and expect it to work. Anyway, now apparently it's working, at least for the moment. Let's get to the stuff that I don't have on me. So, first off, he has the universal remote. So these two I'll go to last. The universal remote is a unique shotgun. The reason it is unique is because it goes in your primary slot. Remember, this is Destiny 1. Usually if you have a shotgun, it goes in your secondary slot and has elemental damage, okay? So secondary, you have, so you have a shotgun. Usually, the vast majority of shotguns in Destiny 1 have elemental damage and go in your secondary slot. This exotic, the universal remote, goes in your primary slot, uses primary ammo. See, this weapon causes kinetic damage, which is one of, I think this is the only shotgun that does. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so that alone is a massive perk for it. The fact that you have a shotgun that uses primary ammo and is your primary slot and is kinetic, that alone makes it unique for Destiny 1. Okay, it also has range and precision damage increases greatly when aiming down the sights. That's nothing. That come on. That, you know, range and precision damage increases greatly while aiming down the sights. There's a non-exotic perk that does that. So that perk is nothing. Hammered Forged, crowd control, yeah, but the main thing, like I said, is the fact that it is a shotgun in your primary slot. That's it, which is great. So universal remote. It's also the one that doesn't have an ornament. It doesn't even have any ornaments, so easy and cheap to pick up. Good to go. I recommend it. I don't see it very often. This is actually the first time. This one I actually got as a Nightfall as my first exotic drop, which is pretty cool. So, memories, universal remote. Pick it up. It's cheap. No silver dust needed. Adds to your grimoire score. Gives you the blueprint. Okay. For the armor, okay, first off, you have the legacy engram, same usual. If you have plenty of strange coins, go right ahead. You might get lucky. If you don't have plenty of strange coins and you don't have everything else, don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? Now, for the Titans, you have the MK44 stand asides. Increases the duration of shoulder charge and tighter turn radius while sprinting. Okay, I think that's a Striker Titan. I have been trying to solo things now with my Titan and my Warlock so I can be better informed about them. I still don't know enough about a Striker Titan, though I did solo a Nightfall last week as a Striker Titan. But I used the Tychonaut, but maybe I'll experiment more with more varied Titan exotics. So I don't know much about this, but I put it out there to other Titan mains, educate me, because I'm trying to get better at a Titan and as a Warlock. Is this good? What do you think? When should you use it? Honestly, I'm just in love with the Tychonaut because heavy ammo and tracking, but comment down below. Okay. Also, for other new people out there who might be interested in running Titans are cool. Okay. So let me know. But that sounds pretty base. Then for the hunters, we have the ATS Arachnid. Your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed and can be kept ready for longer. I can see this being phenomenal in the Crucible. Honestly, I think there are better options for Crucible, like the one that gives you 4 shots with golden gun. But I can see this being great in Crucible. Outside of Crucible, not really. There's some exceptions where I can see being able to aim your golden gun better might help. This might be useful to have when you have like Daybreak in effect and you know that you're coming up on something where you need to aim from a distance. Because Daybreak is in effect this week as the Nightfall. So Daybreak is the modifier that your super continuously regenerates. So I could definitely see carrying this with you, and let's say you have something you need to hit from a distance, better aim with it. Yeah, I could see benefits to it. It's not the greatest thing, but it's okay. Again, I'm guessing out here that most people who use this used it in the Crucible. My main go-to as a golden gun hunter is Celestial Nighthawk, but I could see some good use to it. Pick it up, try it out. I'm going to definitely be trying it out. Cool. Then for the Warlocks, we have Light Beyond Nemesis. Keeper of the Pack. Revive fallen teammates and be revived faster. Supers generate an extra orb. Everyone has this. Every single class has this. And honestly, it only works if you're in a fire team. If you're not in a fire team, this is useless. Okay, I think it definitely looks pretty cool. I think I'm not sure how much of a benefit it is if you're in a fire team. I mean, honestly, if I were leading a raid, I think there are better exotics I would have rather have everyone use than this. But who knows? There might be an area where people fall and you need to be revived faster. Maybe like during Wrath of the Machine when that moment the vehicle, I can't remember what it's called. It's been a while. Like where you need to speedily revive people, but I just feel like there are better exotics that you would rather use since you could only have one exotic over this. comment down below. Like I said, this isn't unique to the warlocks. Hunters have one. Can't remember what it's called. Hunters have one. Titans have one as well. Okay? So, comment down below. Anyway, still haven't been booted yet, so good. Then we have the usual curios, and now we have the two weapons that if we got booted, I could have done it from orbit. So the Zhalo Supercell and not a toy. Okay? So Zhalo Supercell, I think, is one of those weapons you absolutely have to have. If you don't have it, pick it up. Great weapon. So not a toy is this. Okay? And the Zhalo Supercell is actually a great one for this week's Challenge of the Elders, because Challenge of the Elders has Trickle, which means your super recharges slower. So you need alternatives to make your super charge faster, because the bonus points for Challenge of the Elders this week is super kill bonus, okay? So you want more super kills, or use my Hunter's throwing knife trick, okay? Zhalo Supercell, first off, arc projectiles have a chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together, which is great when you have mobs to deal with, okay? You have a lot of thrall coming at you, Zhalo Supercell is great. Let's see. Right. Bungie. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. Okay. But Zhalo Supercell arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together. But then you have over here bolts from the blue. Double kills with this weapon charge a small amount of super energy and return ammo to the magazine. I recently used this in the Nightfall. It was great because I was getting swarmed by thrall and my super kept recharging pretty fast. So this is really good to use. Like I said, the Challenge of the Elders, highly recommend it. I'm definitely going to be trying Challenge of the Elders. So with my Hunter, I'm not concerned with getting my super up because I use the Hunter's throwing knife, but I'm thinking of trying Challenge of the Elders as a Titan this later today after work. And bolts from the blue seems like a great thing to do, so I could get my super up as a solar Titan, because solar burn is also in effect for Challenge of the Elders. So great weapon to have, great for mobs, great for getting your super energy, and it even returns ammo to the magazine. One of the best weapons, one of the true few exotics that when you look at it, you go, yeah, this is an exotic. This absolutely is an exotic, right? I'm not even going to bother at this point. Every single time I try to get onto Destiny 1, I have to deal with this. Oh, not every, but the vast majority of the times I try to get into Destiny 1, I have to deal with this. At this this was never a problem for a long time. There were several years where I didn't have this problem. Now all of a sudden, for the last couple of weeks, it has been a constant problem where you're getting booted from social hubs. I said, you can play the Nightfall. I've not been booted from the Nightfall a single time. Okay? I have not been, knock on wood, I have not been booted from Challenge of the Elders. It's the social hub. Bungie, fix your goddamn game. There's so many things I want to say at the moment, but for brevity's sake. Anyway, the second weapon is the Mida multi-tool. I can't remember which ornament it was, but I think it's probably the Arctic Survivalist, because the last time we had the Mida, it was Special Ops. I'm not even going to try to go back to the Reef, but Mida I know is the second weapon that you can purchase with as a bundle with an ornament. You need silver dust and strange coins. Okay, Mida is basically the weapon that speeds you up. So it does kinetic damage. It's a scout rifle. Radar stays active while aiming down sights. That is only good in like the Crucible. Alright, which I understand this weapon is great in Crucible. It has apparently, massive flinch. Okay. It has lightweight. This weapon boosts move speed and fires on a hair trigger. All good stuff, but honestly, I'll tell you the main reason. Now, I understand it has a great flinch effect to the point where apparently it's like OP, But for me, the main thing I like about the Mida multi-tool is the rate of fire and impact. It's got a decent rate of fire. It's not too slow, like, say, the Jade Rabbit, and a decent impact. It's not, how you have usually a weapon with a high rate of fire has a low impact. This is basically in the middle for both. So I often use the Mida multi-tool because I just like that. I also will admit, what? I do notice the flinch when I think about it, because I'm thinking in my head, comparing it to other scout rifles. Yeah, I can see that. So I like the Mida a lot, but it really isn't anything that's like, it's not the Zhalo Supercell. If you have to choose between the Mida multi-tool and the Zhalo Supercell, go absolutely for the Zhalo Supercell. Don't go for the Mida. Okay, Mida's cool. Mida will come up again as a offering by Xur. I still have the Mida in Destiny 2, and I think I still have the Mida mini tool from like when it first came out. Okay, I never like replaced my Mida mini tool. I love the Mida in Destiny 2. I love the combination between them, so I won't deny it. There are some exotics I do like in Destiny 2, and the Mida was one of them. But anyway, like I said, I would pick the Mida. I would pick the Zhalo before the Mida. Just pick them up. Hopefully you'll be able to have more luck getting into the Reef than I do. If you're on X, comment on Bungie. I'm going to do it later. Tell them to fix your goddamn game. Okay? Your diversity quotas mean nothing to me. Your game working is what matters. Anyway, I'll probably be live streaming tonight, because my goal is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I just couldn't on Wednesday this week because I worked late. We'll see, depending on when I get out of work, because last week I was at work until late on Friday. And the thing is also, we had a leak in the ceiling, so it depends on if they need me to do help around trying to fix that up. We'll see. But I am hoping one day this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, definitely going to be live streaming. We'll see how things go. Probably Destiny, maybe something different. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the tower.